Welcome back to opening day of competition here at the Corona Open J-Bay into the third heat of the morning. Round 1, Heat 3 sees Italo Ferreira take on Kanoa Igarashi. And a big welcome back to the tour for the greatest of all time, Kelly Slater, kicking things off on his round 1 heat. Broke his foot, didn't get the matchup with Felipe Toledo last year, and we've had a long wait to see this wave ridden back in action. Kelly highlining. So you get down to the open face. Big layback, highline carve. That'll put him in position to kick out and get a number on a board after a year off from serious competition full time. We saw him at select events, pop into the Pipe Masters last year. We saw him at the Founders Cup.
And then this year so far, we're off to a flying start here, day one. And Kelly Slater opting to ride a very unusual little board there, Joe, especially considering how much wind and how much wave this board has to cover, the ground that it has, and there he goes. I mean, that's the kind of thing we've been missing so far over the last year.
A shorter board to keep it out of the wind. Is it a shorter board to stay on that, more board in the water, less board up in the air? But we'll see him right now as he pulls into this inside corner, threading the needle. Beautiful little tube right there. Looks like he's going to come to the corner and the inside and go back to work into the lip. Nice sweep right there. Wow, some beautiful surfing right there to Kelly Slater. Another hit there. Take it away, boys. He's out of the view.
Slater still through the inside corner. Big blast off the top. He'll let go of the finish. And Kelly just showcasing exactly what he was thinking when he pulled out this magic 5-3.
Just slide in tail just a little bit. Let's have a look back at Kelly's wave. Nice little pivot at the top, and now you can see him setting his tube right up. This is what we're going to see a lot more of today, Joe. You know, those lines aren't really wrapping out to sea. So we're not going to see a whole lot of those big, beautiful arcing turns, but we are going to see a lot of those down the line, fast tube rides. And Kelly Slater mixing it up. Early stages of this hit.
Really shutting things down early against Michel Perez. Maybe one of the best backhand performances we've seen as we catch up with Kanoa here.
Yeah, Kanoa Igarashi, that beautiful low center of gravity style as he starts to race down the line. I love the angle that Jeffrey's Bay's got this morning, just real long lines, real fast sort of section. So you're not going to see a whole lot of maneuvers, but what we are going to see as this day progresses is a lot of tube rides. And just to put that thing under your arm and walk down the beach, you've got to have a bit of confidence. You know, you've got to have some guts to do that.
Keeping this one in motion is Italo Ferreira. Snaps it down the line. Nice crack in the pocket. He'll just fade down to the bottom now. Clean connection on the backhand of Ferreira. Lights up the lip again. Big blast down the stretch, but he'll slip off in transition. All of his key moments this season have been using that backhand weapon at Bells Beach. And like you mentioned before at Karamas, which we're trying to put into the conversation of surfing history. You can tell that he's been spending a lot of time in the water.
Yeah, you know, and that's what you got to do, just surf. Obviously, a lot of guys would do the training, but to you know, really combat yourself for J-Bay, it's all about that fitness. It's all about getting that as many rides as you can here to get those legs warmed up. Kanoa Igarashi doing just that, starting to loosen up now. It's the kind of wave where you can take your time at the beginning, Joe. You don't really necessarily have to come out the blocks firing, but you've got to finish strong. And Kanoa Igarashi all the way down through the inside here, starting to build his points as he moves his way through the inside section. Now starts to stand up, and he goes for that huge floater maneuver and gets caught behind the section. So it's definitely going to go into his top two. Currently in the lead with a 6.33 and a 2.93, so that's going to improve the situation.
And he's still waiting for his first win of the season. Maybe it'll happen here. Medina coming up next. Here's Kelly. Trimming that 5-3. Blows the tail out, lays back and recovered. Just one maneuver there. Low score of a 3.0. Keeps him in second at the moment. Still just chasing a 4-ranger to take the lead off Kanoa.
How the wave is kind of pretty much the same, maybe in the sense of not as much sand involved. There was last year, though, and that's why we saw it so perfect.
Watching this now, the backhand of Italo Ferreira in motion. Clean snap, stretching this one out down the line. Current world number 3. Lights up the lip, nice and clean. Ramping up down the line with some momentum. Lip line float, tail drops it. Big wind up and a great backside hack. closes the thing out down the beach. Great timing and maneuver selection for Ferreira. Fighting for a 5.5 for Kanoa's lead. These guys feeling quite comfortable, battling in their heats. 3 guys out, 11 minutes on the clock. We'll check out Italo's wave first.
Yeah, watch the back foot. As soon as he does his snap, he's got his foot on the pad at the moment. And that's where you want to be, right? Now watch as he rides down the line here. You can see him just trying to find the groove, taking his time, setting the rail. That back foot still on the pad. See, it's moving back and forth, trying to find the sweet spot. Now he finds a sweet spot, and he goes to town on these last couple of maneuvers. So the footwork there from Italo Ferreira just kind of searching for the sweet spot, and every board's got one. And as soon as Italo found that sweet spot, the board freed itself up, and that's when he started unleashing those turns. So pretty cool to see that. Definitely better surfing there from Italo.
Now watching Kelly Slater trying to get back in this heat. Just set up work to get this one flowing down the line. Bottom turn, little hack. Deep in this running barrel on the inside corner, but that'll take him down. But there's plenty of room down the beach for the ride of your life. Here comes Kelly. Snap, bully section there. He's got a lot of speed to burn. Big wind up for Slates. Layback carve, back to the lip. Nice and hollow. Pulls in for the vision. Just a short tube there for Kelly. Now looking to finish. Another little pockety section, and he'll have to sneak out of there on the inside corner. So Kelly catching a handful of rides in the matchup.
Well, let's have a look again. A smaller inside wave, but it's kind of, it almost grew this wave. It got bigger as it sort of went down the line, and those are the ones you want. But I'm still wanting Kelly to get himself on one of those set waves. There's that trademark turn that we love from Kelly. Another board. Looks kind of squirrely at sometimes, but then still gives him that ability to hook into his maneuvers, Joe. So as he races down the line, another little cover up there from Kelly. Improve on his situation.
As we look at a hollow section for Italo Ferreira, deep on that section, stayed nice and round, but a little bit too deep to get the completion there. That kind of form he had that season, we expected him to have multiple titles coming into this season. But the tour just gets harder and harder to accomplish that lifelong dream. Here comes Igarashi, representing Japan on the top 34. Drills the lip there in transition. Deep off the bottom and a clean down carve through this stiff offshore breeze. Nice healthy looking wrap again. Igarashi forms his way through that top turn. Lip to hit now. Clean re-entry. Now this wave just changing speed on the inside corner. Thinking about pulling in. Nice and hollow. Igarashi makes it. Kelly was the kind of athlete, kind of like a Gilmore when she first started and dominated, where they didn't really need the best waves in a heat to turn this one around. But now things are changing with the talent on tour as we check out Kanoa's last.
Yeah, well, this is the kind of wave you want. This is what you could call a J-Bay special. You see how he's going as fast as he could possibly go. That board is humming off the bottom, hooking into it right there. So Kanoa Igarashi on his way already to a good score, just through positioning. I mean, the wave is the hero here at Jeffreys Bay. You're just desperately, I mean, really along for the ride. And Kanoa Igarashi really nailing it through the inside here. Maybe mistiming this little section, but then coming around and finding a nice little tube ride to finish off there. So Kanoa Igarashi currently in second spot, needing a 3.71. But then right behind him, Italo Ferreira looking to better a 3.77. Is he going to do it on this one? A little bit more intent. Kelly Slater having a look at that as Italo just tears the lip off that section. A little bit of white water from the wave before, so that's going to hinder the scoring potential just a little bit. A little bit more difficult to ride a wave with all that white water on the face of it. Now he starts to get going. Through the inside, a big vertical snap from Italo Ferreira and a little bit of a fist pump right there. So Kanoa Igarashi looks like he has improved his situation, Joe. Have a look at that.
And now finally getting back in the jersey in 2018. With 3 seconds on the clock, this wave counts for Kelly. Needs an 8.67. Wave's improving as he gets down the line. Big blast vertically off the lip. Jams it off the top again. Slater driving down the line, looking for something big. Hard off the bottom, frontside gouge, and he can't hang on. So Kelly back here competing at Jeffreys Bay after the foot injury. He'll have a potential another opportunity later. Round 2 is on standby.
It's not about how many you catch, it's the quality of the ones you do. And you can tell Kelly just smaller waves, and with those smaller waves, Joe, a lot of bump, a lot of chatter on the face, really not able to hook into those turns as hard as you would like to. And you can see waiting for the right opportune moment, and then right here, as he does, that wave kind of runs away from him. So unfortunate there for Kelly. Good to see him back though. Always a pleasure to watch the greatest of all time compete, Joe.
Italo and Kelly reseeded in round 2 a little bit later on in the event. Coming up next, Gabriel Medina takes on Tomas Herman.